What's up guys? Welcome back to another video. I'm Jen. Today I want to do a quick little video on something very interesting about how we are very connected and intertwined with nature. So in nature we have 7 main forces, but today I'm going to talk about the most primitive force, which is the spiral system. So when we are born, we're essentially, before we're born, we're a little dot, right? This is us. Everything starts, creation, everything starts from one point, one dot. So when we're born, it's this spiral effect that starts growing, okay? So we start from the one point and then we spiral out like so, okay? Now, we see the spiral in a lot of things in life. We see it in plants. We see it in the fetus, right? You're curled up in a fetal position, or my dog is always curled up in a fetal position. So this is like a natural part of nature. It's just very natural force in nature, this spiral effect. It's very primitive force. And you see this in things like plants and flowers, either the like a vine, or you see it in the actual leaves or the flowers have this kind of, when you look at a flower, it's this circular motion, right? It's this flowery, this opening up the flower. So, forces is basically what brings something alive, right? So if you ever see like a dead plant or something, or a dead flower, it doesn't look open, it's closed, right? So that's the other aspect of it, is this is life, okay? And then you have death. So death is outside turning itself into this spiral again. So you're working from the outside, and it's the opposite. You're coming back into a single point. Okay, so basically you're coming back into birth, into where you started. These spirals we have all over our bodies. If you look at your fingerprints, or you look even at your scalp, if you were to shave your head and you see that the way your hair grows in is like this spiral effect. If you look closely at leaves, they have a spiral. It's basically our imprint, right? Our imprint in life. And you see this through everything, all the connections. So life, we're spiraling out, and then death, we come back in. We come back into a state of completion, state of one point. So in nature, we all come from one single point, right? We know this. We come from one atom, or whatever it is, in one energetic component. And then it expands outward. The universe expands outward. And it creates this degree of what we feel is separation, right? But when we die, we come back into this single point. This is where we are all connected. This is where we all are the same thing, the same stuff, this one, basically. Also, the other interesting thing is that according to ancient texts, like ancient classical texts, our life runs in cycles. We know nature runs in cycles, but human beings, our life runs in cycles. And we know this by just human experience. So for women, it's 7 years, and for men, it's 8 years. So think about in your life, if you are either female or male, what big changes or shifts or transitions you may have experienced every 7 years. I mean, it's easier to tell when you're younger because you go through a lot of transitions, a lot of stuff. You have school and high school and all these different things in adolescence that are these big key milestones. But when you're an adult, you have little evolutions of yourself too. So if you pay attention, you'll see that usually around every 7, 8 years, you may get a glimpse. You may find yourself wanting to do something different in your life. You may find yourself feeling stuck, where you just need a change, or you need a transition of some sort. I have no not related to, this can apply to relationships. So is the 7-year itch, right? With marriages and things like that. After 7 years, people get a divorce or whatever it is. But I like to refer to it as the 7-year itch. In my own life, not related to relationships, but maybe related to relationships. I don't know. But also related to, for me, more like career. So you know, I'm at a point right now where I'm thinking of transitioning or something new, where I feel like I need to turn the page in the book to a new chapter, and it's been exactly 7 years. So it's interesting if you think about it, these different cycles in nature, these different imprints we have on ourselves, you know, the spiral, the circular effect. This is only one of the forces in nature. We also have other forces, you know, as far as like ascension, descension, horizontal, contralateral type of forces, things like that. But this is the most primitive because we're born. If you think about your navel, your belly button, right? That's like the single point. That is our connection to our essence. So when you cut the umbilical cord when you're born, it's kind of cutting off your connection from your true essence, I guess, what you are before you're born. So that's why some of us are disconnected. So when we die, we come back into this single point. And I just thought it was interesting, wanted to share, and just something that was on my mind. And if you have any questions, comments, please leave them below. If you haven't done so, please subscribe. I put out a video every single morning, and I will see you guys tomorrow. So have a great day. Peace.